Hello, everybody. Hope you are fine. As you know, this semester we are gonna to be together in a course entitled as Technical Drawing or Computer Assisted, Computer Aided Technical Drawing. This is the first engineering lecture or first engineering course, which you are in your jury you will take. Hope you will enjoy this course. Unfortunately, because of pandemic, we are not able to have a face-to-face lecture. That's why we are. I will try every week. I will try to prepare some videos, and will share these videos with you. Yeah, my recommendation for you is try to post the videos and try to repeat whatever I'm doing here on your computer. If you have, if you can, you may have one more screen. You can have two screen on your computer. It will be much better because in one of the screens you can see the videos, or you may get assist from your the iPads or your cell phone. Definitely you can pause the video and you can repeat all these steps on your computer. And this week is an introduction week and we don't have homework. I'm not gonna to give you paper-based homeworks for this week, but please you have to do the parts which here I'm gonna today try to develop, and these parts is your this week homework. Okay, so the action is very simple for the beginning, and every week I will try to give some details of technical drawing, and I will try to implement these details on the SolidWorks application. Let me for today, in order to be, the not too much speedy, I'm not gonna to use my mouse. I will use my laptop, and I will try to do the actions in my laptops in the touch the panel of my laptop. So I believe I will be slow enough to you, and you will be use these. You will be very. Finally see how I'm gonna to develop the part in SolidWorks. Okay, let me represent you my screen. When you start the SolidWorks on your computer, you will see this screen. I'm here using version 2050, but you can use 2070 or 2090, but my recommendation is try to use the lowest versions as 2050 or 2070 because these versions is working much fine. Now, when you start the SolidWorks, as you can see here, we have some menus as file, view, tools, and help, as many other engineering applications. I am gonna to start with file. You have to click on file and you have to open a new project. Okay, you may use Control N later on in order to open a new parts. As you can see here in this figure, we have three choices. In SolidWorks, firstly, we have to start for a project. Firstly, we have to draw the parts. Then we will join these parts in assemble environment. And then for each of the parts and assemble, we will create drawings. Okay. Part itself is 3D, assemble is 3D, but drawing is 2D. It means that we are gonna to use this drawing in the workshop. It means that you are, as a designer, you will use part and assemble in order to create the drawing, because normally in drawings, the drawings which will be used in the workshop for producing the parts is 2D, okay? Because 2D have more details actually. You can see all the views and you can put dimensions for all of these views, okay? So most let's say, rigidly in starting a new project. Firstly, we have to draw the parts. That's why I'm going to click on select the part and OK. Now, definitely consider this point that the SolidWorks is a heavy applications. Depend on the specification of your computer. It may take few minutes or few seconds to open a new page for you. My processor is i5 processors, and as you can see here, at least for opening a new project here, I need a few seconds, so like 10 seconds. Okay. Now we started to draw the parts. This is the rule, and you will use these steps in your future projects. We have to start all the time with the sketch and then feature. Look here, we have features. Features is active. We have sketch. Sketch is line, rectangle, circle, or something like this. These two is very important for us. Okay, we during the semester, every week we will work these two actually menus, but evaluation sometimes is important because here we can use these evaluations for measuring the parts, because sometimes the parts which we are going to create is very complicated. And as a designer, after sometimes we may forget, how many of, let's say, how much of these lengths. That's why we need this measure in order to, we have to use evaluate in order to measure the lengths of the, or evaluate the, the dimension of the part. Okay, but commonly we will work with sketch and features. Okay, but first step in for making a part is we have three steps. Firstly, we have to select the suitable plane. Then we have to draw a suitable sketch, and then features. Okay, so every time for making a part, firstly you have to select a plane, then you have to select do a sketch and feature. Okay, here in SolidWorks we have a chart which called as actually tree charts or tree diagram. Okay, this white area is my drawing environment. Here I'm gonna to draw something. Okay, and here we have some assisted. Later during the semester I will try to explain what are these terms means, but the term which is very important here for us is this corner. As you can see here at the right and the bottom of the page, you can see the unit of the parts which you are gonna to select. If for a first time you are gonna to develop a part, most probably after installation, your computer will ask you what is your default, the metric default unit. For default unit, you have to select millimeter, gram, and second. If you do this, definitely you will have no problem during the semester. But if you not correctly select a suitable unit as in systems, every time when you wanted to create a part, okay, you have to firstly change this unit. But by default in my computer it is millimeter mmgs. Okay, it should be mmgs. Okay, now as I said, for making a part, firstly we need a plane, and then we need a sketch, and then feature. Here in tree diagram, you can have three choices. Firstly, front plane, do top plane, and right plane. Okay. Now, when I'm going through this way, well, let's say start with top plane. You have to select. Be careful for the color of this plane when I'm selecting. Look, the color of this lines will be changed. Okay. Now, when you select this plane, here it's selected. Now you can go to here, view orientation. click on view orientation, and you should select normal 2. Okay. Now, when you select on this plane will be located on front of your eyes. It means that it's time to draw the part. But be careful for those of you who are, who are a good gamer. Here, every click have some meanings, but do not do like this. But as you can see, I'm not using my mouse, but uh, every click here have some meanings. Right click, click, right click, and midpoint. Okay. So what I did, I select the plane and then view orientation and normal 2. I used only 3 clicks. Okay. So it's time to go to sketch. Go to sketch and select rectangle. Here directly you can select the rectangle, but possible to click on here. As you can see here, we have some other choices. For example, corner rectangle, center rectangle, 3 points, corner rectangle, 3 points, center rectangle, and rest of the rectangles. But we are gonna to use actually corner rectangles. When you select the corner rectangles, here the center points of the page will be appeared. Okay, this is a rule in SolidWorks and any other engineering applications. First point in the application should be started from the center point. Later on, I will explain you why this one is very important. So do not click in any other point. Firstly, you have to click on this point. Look, I click. Now, if I move my mouse, I can make a rectangle here. We have actually 4 regions. This is the first region. It's X and Y is positive. X is negative, Y negative, Y is positive, negative and negative, positive and negative. And this is the second rule. As I said, you have to start from origin point, and much better to work on positive and positive. Now I'm coming to here, this point, dimension here is not important, and clicking on this point. Okay, so in your keyboard you have escape, the key on your left and on the top. Okay, whenever your work with sketch is finished, okay, or whenever your work is with that, the tool is finished, you can press on that key, escape, and definitely this tool will be inactivated. Okay, so have a look to the color of these lines. We have black, and blue. In SolidWorks, all the lines, okay, should be black. It means that after defining the dimensions, all the colors will be black. So blue one is not acceptable. Sometimes we may have yellow too. Yellow means we are putting extra, the dimension to the, the drawing or to the sketch. Okay, so for the changing the color of this line into black, we need to put dimension here. Smart dimension. Click on smart dimension. It's activated. Now I'm gonna to, since this one is a rectangle, I'm gonna to put a length and the height. Now here I'm just approaching to this line. Okay, click on this line. Now come down, okay, in a suitable point, click again and put the dimension. Definitely dimension here in my system is millimeter. Okay, so it is 100 millimeter. Okay, now still my dimension is working. Now it's time to put another dimension here and put a height here as 70. 70, enter. Okay, so have a look to this, the color of the line. We started from the center. in first region and we put the dimension. As you can see, this dimension, the color of this line right now is black. It means that my work on sketch is finished. I can go to next step. Okay, now I'm gonna to go to feature, activate the feature. Okay, now go to extruded bus, click on extruded bus. Now we made the base. Now we are gonna to create a 3D, okay, part. Here you can direction 1, you can have blind and you can put dimension, a number here. For example, I'm gonna to say it is 50. I'm just clicking on, pressing on enter. You will see, okay, how the part will be look like. Okay, now it's time to confirm. For confirmation of the sketch, you can have a click here. It's as like as okay, or a click here. Okay, so I'm clicking here. It means that this dimension is finished. Okay, now I have these 3D part. Okay, now go to view orientation and isometric. Now this is the part which we tried to make. Now have a look to this tree diagram. In tree diagram, all the information related to this part is actually written. The name of this, the extrusion, since it is both extrude one, actually you can see if you press on this plus sign, you can see how the part is look like. Yeah, look, this is a extruded bus and we have a sketch. Even if you click on this sketch, you can see, okay, the exact dimension of the base. And if you have a problem in these dimensions, you may right click on this sketch, okay, and edit sketch. If I do it, okay, you can see my sketch is ready to edit. Okay, remember in a sketch what I did, I used view orientation, normal to, and then I can double click on 70. Okay, maybe we have problem with this 70, and click on the type 80, confirm, and as you can see, the dimension of the base is changed. Now if you click here as confirmation, the parts will be appeared, but in order to see the part, you have to go to view orientation and isometric. Use isometric, the part is ready. Okay, so this is your first part. Okay, as like as hello world. So you have to save this part. How it is possible to save? You can go to file and you can save or save as. If you use save, okay, this table or this window will be appeared. You just need to put the name for this part, and you just need to save your part in a suitable direction. For example, in my case, it is desktop. Okay, so I'm gonna to start a new project. Okay, firstly, as I did in previous work, I have to click on file, use new, okay, and select the part and confirm. The drawing environment will be appeared. Okay, now I'm gonna to use again top plane. For view orientation, you can click here, or in your keyboard you have a long the key, which is space. If you click on space, this view orientation will be appeared. and then you can use normal too. Okay, now go to sketch and use circle, for example. Remember, this is our first point in the part. That's why you have to start from origin point. So I'm gonna to start from origin point, but this part is circular. It means that for me, it is not possible to work on region positive and positive. I just need to follow up the drawing the part in from the start point, from the origin point. Now I can click in a point, suitable point. Okay. Now we can go to smart dimension. Okay. And I'm gonna to put, since this one is circle, I just need one diameter or radius. Click on the part and put a diameter for this part as, for example, 120. As you remember from my previous work, my unit here is millimeter as given here. So it means that 120 is not meter, it is millimeter. Okay, so I'm gonna to use again another circle. Okay, I'm gonna to again draw the circle from the center and make another circle. Okay, smart dimension, and select the part, select the circle and put as 80 and enter. Okay, escape. Now, as you can see, my sketch is fully black. It means that I already defined all the dimensions. Okay, I'm gonna to go to isometric by view orientation. I click, make the tick on the space key and isometric. Okay, then I did the plane, I select the plane, I did the sketch, and it's time to go to feature. Okay, this is the feature. Select the feature, extruded boss. Now here I can put 100. Sorry. Enter. You can see the height. Okay, if it is work for you, then you can confirm the part. Now, in order to put the part in the center of the page, you can use view orientation and you can use isometry. Now, as you can see, I have a part and the hole inside the part. If you wanted to rotate the part, okay, and see the part as this, I can see. Fortunately, since I'm not using my mouse, you can try this one by actually clicking on the midpoint of the mouse. Okay, but today I'm not gonna to use mouse. If you click the mouse, keep and hold it and move your mouse, you will see that the part is rotating. Okay, but later in the next lecture, I will use my the keyboard, my mouse, and definitely I will show you how I can rotate the part. Okay, so this is the part, our second part. Okay, now you can again, you should. Okay, so up to now I made 2 parts, and this is the second homework for you, and you can save the part with part number 1, part number 2, or something like this, and definitely, or you may say that week 1 part 1, week 2 week 1 part 2, or something like this. So you can use these notations. Okay, now I'm gonna to make this part a little bit more complicated. Okay, I'm not gonna to save this part. Now file, new part, and okay. I'm gonna to start to work on top. Go to top, select the top, view orientation, normal to, okay. My plane is already ready to work, okay. Go to sketch and corner rectangle. Make a corner rectangle here, start from here, make a rectangle, okay. Now check the color. It's not black. It means that we need dimension. Smart dimension. This one is, for example, 50. And here is, let's say, 90. Right? So our sketch is black. Now I'm going to use ISO, okay, features, extrude, right? Let's put the height of this extrude as, for example, 30, okay? We made a 30 here and confirm. ISO, right. Now I have this part, okay. Now I'm gonna continue to work on this part, add some more features. How it is possible? As you remember, for making a part, we need to follow up 3 steps: plane, sketch, and feature. But this time, I'm not going to use these 3 standard plane. I'm going to select a plane on this part. For example, I'm going to work on this plane. Just make a click on this part, this plane. Now, view orientation, normal to, okay. What does this mean? It means that I'm gonna to build the next part on this plane, okay. So next step is making a sketch, okay. Sketch, again, a corner rectangle, okay. Now this time I'm gonna to make a rectangle as like as this, okay. Now I have a rectangle, okay, and for a rectangle, how many of dimensions do I need to define? Normally 2, but this rectangle is constructed based on another rectangle. Have a look here, isometric view. This rectangle is placed on the top of this part, actually, okay. View orientation, normal to, okay. So that's why we have to define the dimensions, 4 dimensions for this rectangle. How? Let's show you as smart dimension. I need this length. How much this length is? For example, it is 60. Okay. We need this height. It is 30. Okay. And what else do? Still, it is not black because the location of this point in accordance to the center is not defined. That's why I have to say that this line from this line, this distance, for example, it is 50. And here to here, this distance is 10. Now, as you can see, this sketch is defined and everything here is black. It means that my sketch here is actually finished. I can go to next. Now it's time to click on view orientation, isometric, okay, and then go to feature and make another extrusion here. It is 30 again, okay, and confirm. Now, as you can see, view orientation, as you can see, we made a part on the top of the other part. Okay, and this part is a little bit more complicated in compared to the previous ones. Okay, now let's continue with this part. Okay, I'm gonna to click on here. Okay, and normal to view orientation, normal to. Okay, now let's go to sketch and make a rectangle here. Start to draw a rectangle. I have a rectangle here, made a rectangle. I don't know what the dimensions is. That's why I have to define the dimensions using actually smart dimension. So this one is 40. Now this one is 15. Okay, here to here. Now keep this point. I forgot to the length of this line because I wanted to put this the sketch at the center. Okay, now crescent escape. Okay, now I'm gonna to check what was the size of these lengths. I can go to evaluate and use measure. Okay, now measure, select on this line. It is the length of this line is 60. What about measure, escape, measure this one. This one is 30. Okay, so go back to sketch. This one here to here, I'm gonna to define as 7.5. Okay, and this one to this line is 10. Now I will be sure that this rectangle is placed at the center of this rectangle. Okay, so what I did, I made another sketch, put dimensions, all the colors right now is the black. Okay, now go to isometric, view orientation isometric. I made another sketch at the top of my part. Okay, now it's time to go to features. Okay, this time let's use extruded cut. Okay, instead of building something here in this feature, we are gonna to cut this sketch. Okay, now here in direction 1, you can select through all. It means that it will be start from the sketch. Okay, and it will be through all, will cut through the object. Okay, and confirm. Now you are using your mouse. Try to rotate this part. How it is possible to rotate it? You have to click on the midpoint and move your mouse. If you do so, your part will be rotated and you will see what happened to the inside of the part. Another way for showing that this part is, this sketch is cut through all, we may use, for example, this plane, front plane, and you can use section view here. Now you can pick this plane and go ahead of this. Look, we have to go ahead of this part, and you can see that, all right, here, this part is, there is nothing inside the part. Look, you can go through all. Whenever your work is finished, you can click on escape. Okay, now what we made here, we tried to build this part, and now I'm going to continue my work here. Okay, with another sketch which I'm planning to extrude, add. Okay, let's click on this plane, view orientation, normal to. Okay, go to sketch and use circle. Okay, when you approach to this line, look, you can pick the end point, center point is here, end point is here. Now this time start from center of this line, okay, and come up to this point. Look, when you are approaching this point, okay, you can pick this point, okay, click on here, okay, and press on escape. If you press on escape, you can see the color of your line now it's black. It means that you don't need any dimension, reorientation, and isometric. You can see I made a circle on this plane. Okay, now I'm gonna to go to feature. Okay, now I'm gonna to use extruded boss. The direction which I'm expecting to add this part is not this direction. Firstly, I have to reverse this direction. For doing so, you can click on this reverse direction. Okay, now made a reverse on direction. Okay, now here we have some choices. Okay, for instance, if you select blind, it means that you will give the distance. Okay, true all, it will be as this. Let's say, look, it is true all. Okay, or sorry, Control Z, or we may have some other choices. I'm gonna here to say that up to, let's say, first I have to change the direction. I'm gonna to do this one up to surface. Okay, but the question here is which surface. Now select the surface, but as you can see, the computer or the SolidWorks is not able to understand, okay, which surface. That's why I have to select a suitable surface. I'm approaching my mouse here and I'm selecting this surface, okay, and confirm. Okay. Now, as you can see here, I tried to add some more objects here. Okay. Now, one more which I am trying to do here is sometime, no, it's a little bit, it will be a little bit difficult later. I will explain to you how it is possible to do that. Okay, but now select on here. Okay, let's say normal 2 view orientation and normal 2. Okay, now go to sketch and make a circle. Again, this time be careful, try to select the center of the circle. Automatically you are able to select this point. Right, now create a circle. Okay, that's like mine. Okay, now go to smart dimension and put a dimension for this circle as 20. Okay, if you do so, the color of this dimension, the color of this circle will be actually black. Okay, so view orientation, isometric. Right, what I did, I made a circle here. Okay, now go to feature and use extrude. 30 is good. Okay, and confirm. right? Now, one more here, select here, normal to, right? This time, try to sketch, try to make a circle, but this time be careful. Try to select the mid of this line, right? Exactly here. Make a circle, okay? It should be, if you check the color, it should be blue, okay? So I'm gonna to use smart dimension, okay? Click on circle, put the dimension for this circle as 40, okay? What I did, if you use isometric, you can see I build a circle on this plane, okay? Now it's time to, you go to feature, okay, extrude. Now try to make a change on direction, okay? And here, like previous one, try to use up the surface. Which surface? This surface, okay? And confirm. Now we have this plane. I'm sorry, this feature, okay? Now let's select on this, click on here, normal to again, sketch, circle. Start to make a circle here, but as you can see, I'm not able to find the center of the circle, okay? This is a problem actually, but I will show you how it's possible to solve this problem, okay? Make a circle in any points which you wish, okay? Now, if I put a dimension for this circle, look here, it is 20, okay? If you check, okay, if yours is black, you have no problem. But mine is not black because this center is not clearly concentric with this circle, okay? That's why I have a problem. I have to say that, okay, what is the distance of this point from this origin point? Or I have to somehow show that this circle is concentric with this circle, okay? How it is possible to solve this? Now, try to select this circle, okay? It's selected. In your keyboard, use Control. Control is on your keyboard and on the left and close to you, okay? Now, click on, I'm gonna press on Control and hold it, okay? Now, go to this circle and select it, okay? If you do this, a window will be appeared here, okay? Window of properties, okay? Now, what does it mean? It means that I'm gonna to put a property between these two circles, okay? What the property is? The property is concentric. It means that the center of this circle is same as the center of this circle. So I'm gonna to use concentric. If you press on concentric, okay, the concentric sign will be appeared here. Your job is finished. Confirm it, and the color of the circle will be black. Now, isometric, okay, go to extrude. It's 30, let's say 20. It's 20, okay, and confirm. Don't forget, when you are working with SolidWorks, try to stepwisely you save your work. Okay. For example, you can say Control S. Okay, it will be saved your part. Okay. Or if you do this, okay, because maybe you have a problem with electricity with everything, you will lose your file. That's why much better to stepwisely try to use Control S. You will be save the part. Okay. Now I've made this part. The part is ready. Okay, it's a little bit strange, but I'm gonna to make it more strange if you wish. Okay, look here, select on this point. Okay, this plane, and in the feature directly go to, let's say, mirror. Click on mirror. Okay, we have some, the choices: face to mirror, features to mirror, sorry, face to mirror, bodies to mirror, and some others. Okay, but click on bodies to mirror. Okay, and your already selected face is available. Click on body to mirror and select on body. Okay, and confirm. Look, I duplicate my part. Okay, now let's do one more time. Okay, this time click on display face. Okay, and go to mirror. Okay, body to mirror. Which body? This time try this body and make this part. Okay, this is a part which I tried to build. Okay, it's a little bit difficult part actually. Okay, where normally this is the power of SolidWorks actually. If you try to build this part in AutoCAD, it will take maybe at least you have to have 10 or 12 lectures. Okay, but in SolidWorks very simply we can build such these parts, and now you can imagine uh, the complexity of the parts which we are going to build in SolidWorks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to stop this video here. Okay, and I will back in other videos. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.